It seems to me that the process is going along pretty smoothly and pretty rapidly, and the House and the Senate seem pretty close together. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. This is unprecedented. As you know, in the last 3 reapportionments, it's been a nasty, drag-out fight, personal and agendas, you name it. What do we do differently? It's the same thing we do with Medicaid. It's the same thing we do with property taxes. We took the time to listen to the people across the state. Don Gates, the incoming president, did a masterful job with 26 town hall meetings, working with people like Will Weatherford, listening to Floridians before we drew the first line. And that's why this has moved so, I said, not so quickly, but so thoroughly. And plus, we've been online for the transparency, and we really respected Amendments 5 and 6. I think that's really important. So when you look at this process, I think that because we listened before we drew the first line, we're in a great position to pass it out early, on time. But, and let's also show some contrast. The only way you understand how good this process has been is to show what other states did. State of Illinois, what did? They went in the back room, drew the line, and say, here they are. We did the exact opposite because we're the Sunshine State.
There's been a recent appellate court ruling, federal appellate court ruling, that Amendment 6 is constitutional, and that has to do with congressional boundaries. Will that cause any problems in the redistricting process?
I don't anticipate the problems. We're working under the assumption that both Amendment 6 and Amendment 5 would be constitutional. We're showing respect for the voters, and that's why our process really respected minority access seats and tried to keep more counties and cities in a single district as opposed to slicing them up as they had been done 10 years ago. And if you look at the map, just go look at it. You see a lot of county lines, a lot of cities, again, intact, because we want people to know not only who the representative is, but in areas that are of common interest.